Hello, everybody. Welcome to the National Awakening. Happy Sunday. We'll get ready here in a minute. How you doing, Tina? Did you get that over to Facebook?
I did. It's coming on YouTube.
Hopefully that's going in there. How you doing tonight, Tina?
I'm very well. I just need to make sure that you approve that post.
Let me turn the music down. I can't hear a word you're saying. All right. What you got now?
I just need you to approve that post in an SMD.
Oh, my Lord. You shouldn't have no approval on your dealio there.
I have no admin rights.
It's free for anybody to post. Are you sure you posted in California Patriots SMD? Or there's two. We have SMD for Californians. And
I did.
Oh, well, that might be the reason. Welcome Sunday. Welcome Sunday. We're at 7 o'clock on Sunday. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, people. There's always a lot of stuff to talk about. There's always shit going on. There's so many fronts. There's so many battles on so many fronts we can't keep up with it. Whether it's the school board or it's the border situation or it's the crooked politics going on, the COVID deal. We're going to get into some COVID stuff tonight. That's what we're really going to mainly talk about tonight is the COVID. We got, as everybody knows, if you've been watching a little bit, even the mainstream a little bit's following it, is all these emails and leaks that's coming out from Fauci. We're finding out how dirty this guy really is. And it is unbelievable. Stay tuned. We're going to get these links out, and we're going to start this show here in a second. Let's see. How you doing there? Are you getting any progress there?
I did. It has now been posted in SMD Resistance for California.
Okay, so because see, what we have is there's SMD Resistance for Californians, and then there's SMD California Resistance.
Okay, they're both posted.
Oh, we're disco. Let me get a rewind here to where I can send it off to a couple other sister rooms. Yeah, see, I don't see it yet. I know sometimes it takes a minute, so we'll give that a few minutes, but we'll get going here. Let me roll E1. We are, like I said, we're going to talk a lot about the mask, the Fauci emails. You know, guys, girls, people, these lefties actually, they worship this guy like a lord. I mean, anything Fauci says, oh my God, I mean, this is set in stone. I mean, it's this guy, he was never a really brilliant scientist through study. He's not all that recommended or looked up to by the scientific community. He's not. And I've said this before in the past. That's what blows me away, that people will tell, he'll say, do this, do that. And people just jump to it like this is a god, man. I mean, you'll see a lady, you go in a store without a mask, you'll watch a lady run after you screaming at you. I mean, it's ridiculous. So, in my opinion, and I think a lot of patriots' opinions, this is probably the greatest medical lie that's ever been told. I mean, this is the hugest corruption in history of the medical. This guy probably, I mean, I don't know if you can charge a guy like that with war crimes, or crimes against humanity, but he needs to be charged for something. Murder? I mean, look at all the deaths. And I'm telling you why. We're going to get into why, okay? First off, we know that from the emails, Fauci received lots of information from high recommended scientists to tell him, whoa, what you're saying is wrong, dude. You need to double look at your stuff. And this is through email. So they weren't just coming out on TV and making them look bad or on radio. First of all, let's see here. We had Ellen Gold, which is basically, it's a lawyer and a scientist, well known, had came out and sent Fauci's these emails that said, Lemon Gold is the name, that, hey, you better take a look. The masks basically have there's no value in a mask. People will tell you, oh, well, I'm you're going in the store. Well, I got my mask. I'm keeping safe. No, you're not. No, you're not. Let me tell you. And here's how it goes down. The sizes of the pores, okay, in these masks, the most common mask used that we're using is about between 20 and 100 microns, okay? That's actually the substance of it, how it can filter. The frickin' the virus is 200 times 1,000. So it's 0.1 micro. That is like keeping a fly from going through a chain link fence. There is no way, and they know this scientifically. They know this. The CDC knows it. Fauci knows it. The scientific world knows it. If anything, and if you guys remember back, originally it had came out that it was just a pacifier, kind of, to keep people calm with the mask, to keep them, everything's going to be fine. It's like a security blanket, and we see people using it like a security blanket. It's crazy, but yes. So listen, I'm going to say it again. You got the pore size is 20 to 100 microns with the mask that we're using. Okay, 20 probably being a handkerchief. Okay, up to 100, which could be even some of the real more sophisticated masks. What are they called, Tina? The ones that you see in the hospitals. There's a certain number for them.
Oh yeah, N95.
Yeah, okay, the N95. That might be in the higher range of 100 microns, but we're talking about 0.1 micron, okay? So do the math. It's real common sense. The mask does not work. You go up and lick someone's face, yeah, it might give it to them, okay? And if they're in a store where they're walking around with a fever and shit, you stay the hell away from them anyway. I mean, my God, this is absolutely insane. It's social conditioning with these masks. It's a control. It makes people feel safe, but you're not safe. It's retarded. We do have those out. I want to verify that just to make sure. So if we have any listeners, let's see. I want to go in here real quick. I want to just make sure that post's up there. I don't know. My computer's acting funny now. I see nothing. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my computer. Is it my computer? I don't. Can you verify that that's up there, Tina? Just go in, reload, and go in just to make sure, because I don't see. Now, I'm going doing a reload back in. I see nothing. So.
I see it in SMD Resistance for Californians.
What about the other one?
The other one shows that it's pending approval. I can't post in SMD California Resistance.
Oh my Lord! I don't know how that happened. Okay, so I found it. So I will share. I'll probably just copy a link and then just share that way into some other people there. I want to make sure we get this out to the right dealios here. Okay. I didn't know anybody had pendings on there. That's crazy. I had no knowledge of that. I'll have to look into that after the show because anybody should be able to. There's lots of people that post. That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, it's in there now, and that's probably why we had nobody in there. There's very few people on that other page. That page is really for communication with other members. It's because it's a private, or no, that one's actually a public one. So let's give it a sec. Let's let some people get in here. Let me put it to some more stuff. Let me get in.
I'm going to just receive notification that it was posted.
Okay.
On yours, the one that you just did.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let me get this. I'll get this into Bikers for Trump is usually pretty good. They know me, so they kind of will go ahead and do it. Some of the other ones there is pre-approval. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is cool. It's kind of cool talking to you. It's actually showing your face that I'm sharing from something you put out. And I like that. That's pretty cool. So you're getting all those. It's showing your face on everybody. Okay, we'll wait just a second. We'll let some people join it. I'll get it spread out to some of my other things because I got some really good stuff tonight, and I don't want to just spit it all out until we get maybe some people that are checking it out. Even though a lot of people do watch later, I still want to do it like that. Is it warm where you're at there, Tina?
No, it's fairly cool here.
Lucky girl. Why don't you read us a little news, White, before I'm doing this and get things going a little bit? If you could, I don't know if you could start from the top and maybe give us.
I was going to follow your lead regarding the COVID-19 emails with Fauci. The top Republican, Kevin McCarthy, is calling for Fauci's resignation.
Oh, yeah. I knew this was going to happen.
So let's start with that one.
Okay, so those are Republicans then now. So we're seeing Republicans are lining up against Fauci, which we know they should be. If they got any guts or backbone to them, the other ones are running for cover probably. But I think I'm hearing rumors that even the Dems are going to throw him to the wolves pretty soon. So, check it out. I mean, he's going to be a scapegoat. You know, the Biden administration is going to run from this guy. They know that it's bad juju, but here's the thing. All these cards stack up, guys. All these cards stack up. All this big lie evolves around Wuhan and this COVID lie. So if they throw him to the wolves, boy, I don't know how that's going to – what do you think about that? Don't you think if he tumbles, they'll tumble too? Or will they try to throw Trump down with it?
No, I think it's going to be a domino effect. I'm just hold on 1 minute.
Do you think they'll go to the extent of actually charging him with crimes? Because remember, he did lie to Congress. He lied to Congress in front of them. There's penalties to lying to Congress. But nowadays, where you can do all these weird things, man, there might not be any justice in that. Man, I don't know.
But I think a lot of times what we see is before that all happens, he'll resign just to be safe.
Well, I think we need more than a resignation. We need someone to fall on the sword for this. You're talking about Get back to it. I mean, you're talking about the largest, biggest medical cover-up in history. Let's shut the world down. So we want some blood. We want some ass for it. We want some justice for this crap. I don't know if we'll get it. I don't know. So it looks like I am spread across a couple here. Let me do one or two more. And we'll actually get moving here. Do you want to read anything else on the news there, or you want to talk more about that?
I'm trying to get into the article because I really do want to quote the article. Let's see what we have here.
Oh, okay. It was something that you ran across in a news feed then. Okay.
Exactly. So okay. I really wanted to...
Very interesting. I'd like to hear more about that. I know... God, Rand Paul's been on this guy's ass, man. Good. Rand Paul, we need more people like that to get in there and kick some ass, because these, Fauci's not a god. Fauci is not, he's a little, I'd wring his neck, dude. That little guy is like a little worm, man. I'm sick of this freaking guy. Did I get this into my latest? Oh, man. Every time I put a post up, guys, it's immediately warns me. Oh, my God. COVID talk. So, interesting to know, too. In some of those emails to Fauci was discovered, okay, I had some notes here because I had wrote down this. Tony Fauci, shockingly, with Zuckerberg, sent some emails that said, hey, we want to crush any info that's outside a government approved info. They're going to set this up on Facebook, guys. This is going to be a section in Facebook, from what I hear, from what's leaking out. You will not be able to discuss anything that involves the fake pandemic, coronavirus thing or whatever. And I call it fake, but listen, it's not fake. It is a real virus. It is. And this is another thing that pisses me off. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. Originally, Fauci had said, oh, this came from bats and this and that. No, it didn't, dude. We have several people, several well-respected scientists, not just in this country, but in other countries, and Australia was the first ones to find it, that it has fingerprints all over it of 4 different viruses that were combined. Certain things in nature occur a certain kind of way. So it's very easy for them to find the proof that this was man-made. In fact, there was a guy here where I live. Let's see what this guy's name. This guy was really... I listened to a thing he had put out. So it's Christian Alterson. He is a immunologist at Scripps right here in San Diego. He sent Fauci a letter that said, hey, whoa, we got to talk about this. You're putting out wrong stuff, dude. You're putting out that these masks and all this stuff is going to help people. And then Fauci originally said, no, yeah, you're right. In his talks with this guy, we don't need emails. Let's just talk on the phone. And then he came up with, hey, well, we're going to discuss this, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He never did. He actually went to the CDC and said, oh, yes. He thanked the CDC to come out with this mask mandate. In fact, you guys remember, I know you guys remember this, a few months ago back where Fauci was wearing you remember that, Tina, where he was wearing double masks on TV and stuff, and it was like, oh, this is fine, Do you remember that, Tina?
I do remember that.
Yeah, okay, that was part of this time when these emails were going on, okay? This is a big show, guys, because even in Fauci's words in 2020, his own words, guys, the mask doesn't work, okay? In fact, there's been papers written years and years ago that Fauci writ the worst thing you want to do during a pandemic is wear masks. Now, we know during the Spanish plague, okay, that people started getting respiratory problems. It would be recycling those bacterials back in your lungs. And guess what's coming up the last few months here in the United States, guys? And they're keeping it real quiet. Children especially, okay? These long hours they're in schools wearing these masks. Kids are developing these bacterial respiratory infections at a growing rate, a rate that we got to start looking at this here. I believe personally it's involving these masks. You know, whoever created us, or God, if you want to say it's God or whoever it was, we're not intended to rebreathe our goddamn air. It goes out for a goddamn reason. So what do you say about that, Tina? What do you think? Tina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, all right, looks like we might have a guest. So we'll go ahead and let's see here. Let's see who we got here. Hello? Hello? I wonder who that is. I did send a link out to some partners of mine that live up here. These two brothers, real smart, and they're always digging into stuff. I'm not quite sure if they are there. Aaron, do you hear me? Aaron, you are live. Looks like he's unmute him. Aaron, let me unmute his mic there. No. Oh, there you are. Can you hear us? Well, he might be having problems. We'll remove that stream for now until he can get that squared away. If he can hear us live, we'd love to have you on, but you got to make sure your microphone or whatever is set up right, because that was weird. All I heard was a buzz noise.
Yeah, isn't MVAV? Because he just sent a comment.
Yeah, that's him. Okay. I'd like him to go live. And I can't really see. I'm not seeing any comments here. Hello, people. Is there anybody in our rooms? I don't even know. Yeah, I can't tell if there's anybody in there or not. Now I lost you. So, wow, that's there's Talking Tina came back. I lost you there, Tina.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with my connection, but it just dropped for us. Okay. But we're good.
Well, I don't know if we have any viewers in there. That's all I was saying. But again, if you guys just joined us, I don't know if we have anybody in our rooms right now. I'm going to kind of run down some things that, like I said, we're going to be talking about the mask mandate. I watched something really interesting the other night. I'm going to bring this up to you guys. We know a lot of our kids are very unhappy in these schools. A guy, I don't know all his names and all this and that right now. I had stuff written down, but he essentially took on. Wow, I lost Tina too. I don't know what's going on here.
No, I'm still here.
Are you there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if he's trying to get in there. Yeah, so I was reading this thing and listening to this thing, and I passed it on to a few friends of mine. I haven't had time to dissect it, but this is what I heard. He actually went to a school board meeting and blasted them. He doesn't have a kid that goes there, but he knew what was wrong. They're forcing these kids to wear these masks. And let me tell you, from what this guy says, what he did was he went and told each person on the board, you have no mandate for these masks for these children. It is not law. It is not law. And if you continue to force them, I will charge you with fraud, because they're acting on something they don't have. They are playing judge right now. They're playing law. And there is not a law for those children to be wearing that mask. It is not mandated like that. So it was interesting. What he did was he threatened each one of them. And by meaning threaten, he didn't go, well, I'm going to fuck you up. No, it wasn't like that. He goes, check it out. You, each person in the school board said, I'm going to file charges against you of fraud, which it is. and he got an attorney. And guess what? They dropped that instantly. That whole school, thanks to this guy, those kids do not have to wear a mask. What we need, people, is people to stand up and don't be so cowardice against these people. They're not almighty gods. In fact, when you go into a school board meeting, remember this. They work for us. That's our tax dollars paying for that. We pay for them. So don't be intimidated by them. Speak your mind. Be professional. But they could be sued for fraud because there is not a mandate. You cannot force a child to wear a damn mask in that classroom. And this is getting out of control. Not only with that, but with the critical race theory, CRT. I'm sick of hearing it. It's bugging me. Anyway, I'm ranting, but
it's interesting. I had a couple things come up this week with a couple friends of mine that are hard of hearing, and they depend on reading lips.
Hey, there you go. Absolutely. Anybody that has hearing issues, uses any type of sign language or lip reading, it's a huge thing. You're walking around like a, not to mention the health factors of it, the health risks of it. So this is really, really out of control to me. So anyway, I did talk about the microns because, again, I'm going to say it again. I know, if you just joined us, 20 to 100 microns is what our filters will filter out. Okay. 0.1 micron is the COVID. So you tell me, if you got COVID and you're walking around with a mask, you're shedding it all over the place. In fact, you're probably making it worse because it's re-going, and geez, that mask, or you throw that, is not going to be cool. Do you guys see anything? Do you go outside the store and you see a chemical waste for masks? Have you ever seen one of those? I've never seen one of those. If this is the largest virus in history, this pandemic, wouldn't you think that there would be a trash can there would be marked toxic? I see these things all over the freaking ground. I don't know if any of you guys have been to local beaches at all lately, but you walk around, you see those masks everywhere. I see them in parking lots. I see them all over the place, man. It's nasty.
Absolutely.
It's nasty. It probably ended up in the ocean now, probably. So the emails, he knew that the masks, okay, Fauci knew that the masks were not needed, but he went ahead and commended the CDC for it. And he's still convinced. I've listened to his things, his recordings. He's convinced that it came from bats. Let me tell you, no way in the world this came from bats. We know that people were sick in Wuhan. There was, 4 or 5 people that were actually hospitalized from it. This virus got out. Now, whether we want to know, it's not from bats. Was it purposely released or was it an accident? Now, personally, when I think of biological studies and warfare, I think of these guys with these suits on, okay? Helmets, these gloves, this whole thing. You know what I mean? It's a very controlled environment. They weren't doing that. So that and here's the thing, you guys. United States does it. All the countries, all the big developed countries use biological experiments and in a warfare plan. Okay, the Soviets been doing it. The Soviets and the United States is the largest leaders of it. They all do it though. The Germans do it. The French do it. Everybody has these labs. Now, China, as a growing dominant nation that wants to be in control of the world, and make no mistake, they do. They're developing it as well. I mean, I think our largest one is in, where is it? It's in Maryland, Fort Detrick or something like that. It does biological testing for United States. And let me tell you, we have the nastiest stuff of anybody. So this whole thing to me, Fauci, he's basically right at the knees of Big Pharma. Let me tell you guys, he had used personal money out of his accounts to fund Wuhan. So don't forget that. He has a large investment in that. And him and old Bill Gates, his buddy from college, invested a lot of money, and made a ton of money on this vaccination, which I would love to see the returns on who's really making all that money. I bet you it's got Gates's hands all over it. You guys remember a few months back, he bought all this farmland. He's got these weird ideas, dude, of making fake meat, dude, synthetic meat to feed everybody, which we know now these soy products and all this crap is actually making males less male. They're taking the testosterone out of it, man. Screw that. Go eat a hamburger, you know? That's the way I look at it. But this has all been lies. We've been lied to. And I don't know what great, crazy psychopath Leninist Soviet leader said it. I believe it was, I can't remember which one it was, but this is one thing he always said. If you tell a lie enough times, over and over and over, you'll get people to believe it. That's what they do.
I want to ask your opinion on something.
Sure.
You're in California, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think about the states doing lotteries in order to get us to herd immunity by enticing millions of people to get the vaccine? Because now they're going to be eligible to win a lottery.
Oh, my God. You know what? To me, that just adds icing right on the top of sickness. You got people in this state using taxpayers' money, get that, our money, to put a lottery together to encourage people to go get the stab. Nuh-uh, that's so wrong on so many levels. I'm not going to go with that. I don't care what they're offering. They're offering 20 acres and a mule. I'm not doing it. You know, just an old joke, but no, I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's sick. That was like them enticing children with cookies and stuff to come into room 9 in Orange County.
But I guess my thought process is, because I believe California still has a significant amount of the population still unemployed, and so I'm wondering if because of that, people might turn to getting the vaccination because of the chance that they may win $1 million.
You know, we do look at a lot of these millenniums and stuff now that are going to have to go back into the workforce. I'm sure they're not going to be so happy to go back to work. They're used to hanging out, playing video games, getting paid, man. What did we come up with it? It was 30. God, I'm thinking it. Was it?
Because some are making more money on unemployment than they are when they're employed.
And what was it? Was it 30? I want to say it was $43,000 a year to sit on your butt and do nothing. That's a hell of a. People aren't going to want to go back to work. In fact, I drove through McDonald's the other day at lunch. And I don't like to eat McDonald's, but I was in a hurry. I wanted a couple cheeseburgers and a shake. They didn't have a shake. Pissed me off anyway. But in the bag where they put in there with your napkins and all that, is a little flyer that says hiring, $14 an hour. $15 an hour. I'm sorry. It was $15 an hour. Tiny little flyer. And when I went back to work, the guys that detail the car, all Mexican guys, they work their ass off all day. I'm a mechanic, but they're doing the detail and doing all that stuff. They looked at that and they go, "What the fuck is this?" And I go, "Well, I've seen that through the drive-through, dude." And they go, "Dude, they're making more than we are. These guys bust their ass." I said, "Well, you know what? You better go talk to the management or something. Go, hey, McDonald's over here is paying $15 an hour. These guys are busting their ass only making 14. So I'd be pissed too. It's not cool. What kind of deal is that going to be for people? That's not a good initiative to go back to work. That's not, dude. I just, and here's another thing that's been pissing me off, and it's kind of going off the Fauci subject, but I'm going to just straight say it, dude. We keep getting examples and examples and examples of black men beating people up in the streets in New York. And I don't know how many I've seen, like 7, beating up Asian people. And guess what? Every single one of those keep getting blamed on white supremacists. They think we're that stupid? This is the narrative they're pushing, and this is really starting to piss me off. God, it's just a bunch of lies, dude. And why are they doing that? I don't know. I don't know why that we're getting blamed for this. And here's another thing. Why are Black Americans so pissed off at Asians? I think it's part of the narrative that's being pushed on the media. It gets people so pissed off, because the stuff they do is crazy. Yeah, a bunch of Soviet tactics to me. Okay, so we went through that stuff. I mean, I'm kind of to the point with these mask guys. Now we know, what is it coming up here, Tina? In California, we're supposed to reopen here in what?
June
July?
15th. No, June 15th.
June 15th. So we're
a week. 9 days.
We're a week away, okay, from reopening. You think anything's really going to change other than some more restaurants open? I don't. I don't either.
I mean, restaurants will be at 100% capacity, but schools aren't changing. The kids are out for the summer, so nothing's going to change there.
You think that there's still going to be the mask mandate, though, right? Did they say anything about that? I don't hear anything that the mask is going to go away.
I don't know.
I'd say no. We're looking at,
or will it be up to the individual business?
They're going to continue on with this goddamn mask. We need to go after this mask, guys. Just rip them off, burn them. Let's have some burning sessions, something. This is ridiculous. I just don't wear them. If I have to go in a store, it's almost like I'm running through the store holding my breath. I feel like that. I feel like that, man. I feel like I'm partly underwater swimming or something. And I'll poke it down with my nose. And I swear, I poked it down by my nose, and I was by the yogurt. This is yesterday. I went to the grocery store, and I couldn't breathe. I had to put it down a little bit. And some lady in the cooler right next to me goes, and I'm like, really? And I just shook my head, dude. I went the other way. She didn't say anything else to me, but just the fact that because she went and pulled hers up even more. Get away from me.
That's why I'm still getting my groceries delivered.
Well, you're probably smart. Okay. But it's just stupid, though. Well, what do you mean? What are you afraid of? Go out. You just don't want to deal with those people, or what?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the nonsense.
And I'm going to say it again, and I've said it before, guys. When I drive down the road and I see you in a car next to me with a mask on, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Yes, you're an idiot. When I see you on your bicycle, you're an idiot. You are dumber than dirt, dude. I don't even know how you survive riding that bicycle and not get crushed by a car. That's how stupid people are not informed. Walking, no one around for miles, dude. You're walking, and you're wearing a frickin'. It's hot. I see people all the time, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody because I'm half Spanish, so I can do it. But largely in Latino neighborhoods, they're wearing masks outside. Stop.
Well, and like New York, Connecticut, the last few days has been in the 90s. I wonder how much they're gonna want these to be wearing masks when it's reaching in the high 90s and a 90% humidity.
That's why, yeah, no doubt, right? Oh,
yeah. Georgia. I mean, now we're hitting summer.
We're
pretty lucky here.
Yes, but think about it: Georgia, Mississippi, Texas, all that humid air. Florida. Oh, hell no, man. I mean, you go outside, you take a shower, you go outside in Florida, and you're drenched. Ain't no way I'm wearing no mask. And you know what? We're seeing states like Arizona. One thing I love is they're not going to be wearing masks in 120 heat. So my kids are going to protest against it. That's good. And I'm going to put out some stuff on SMD here, you guys, where it shows you how to fight against the school board. This guy has done it, and he will continue to fight. He lost his job over it. So I'll just give you a little story. He went to a school meeting. He doesn't have children there, but he felt sympathy for parents around him that have been complaining about it. And he went there, and he basically, to each member there, said, I will file charges against you for fraud because you're pushing something that you do not have authority to do. And it worked. He goes, you're not going to intimidate me. I know what the law is. Well, he goes back to work on Monday. His boss says, we're going to let you go. Our differences, we're ashamed of what you did. He goes, excuse me? You're firing me because I'm helping people? I'm helping children? Because this is wrong, dude. Like I said, scientific proof, it's there. It's in the books. Top scientists, even Fauci knows. It's in his emails. He knows the mask doesn't work. Leave the mask alone. Like I said, this is a propaganda. It's a tool used to control people. And we're not going to put up with it no more. So I'm going to be putting some literature out, some interviews. If you listen close to it, I had it yesterday. I might have even posted it once, but you have to listen to the entire thing or read the transcript. It will tell you how to fight these people at your school boards. And I don't care where you're at. This particular case was in Alabama, but you can use it here. You can use it in Cali. You can use it wherever you want. If I have a kid, I'm going to tell you right now, if I had a kid in school, number one, he wouldn't be in school. I'd be home studying, or I'd be fighting like crazy at those board meetings, because you have a right. We pay their salaries. Don't be afraid or intimidated by those people, guys. Go down there, gather with your friends. Doesn't matter if your friends not in that district or not. Go there in strength with your friends in the community and make it a point. This is ridiculous. I mean, kids can't breathe like that. Can you guys remember you were in school back in the day? Because we're older, right? We're the Generation X. And you'd stare at the clock. Remember the old clocks? They'd be loud, you know, and you'd be sitting forever. Time would go by so slow. And you'd even see the clock move backwards sometimes. You go, dude. Then it would click forward, you know. But can you imagine sitting there wearing one of those masks? Oh, my God. I can't, dude. I feel for these kids, dude. And the kids can't fight for themselves. Well, I will say this. A county up in Washington last week, the kids actually got together and decided to protest against the school board teachers. They had enough. They can't do it. Little kids are going, we can't breathe. And we've all seen, there was some little girl, I think a couple of weeks ago, we had posted up on SMD, California Resistance, of her speaking out against the school board. This is what we got to do, people. If you just sit back and get comfortable and you're chilling out and not do anything about it, they're going to keep walking on us. We cannot let them walk on us. There's power in numbers. You get together with your neighbors, you get together with your friends, and you go to these board meetings. Yeah, they're not going to get away with it, dude. Because you cannot force kids to wear those masks. These are children. Besides, if you look at the numbers on the COVID, children are not affected like older people are. They're not. They're very low risk. In fact, a study was done, and I just watched it. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning, people. Think about that. Think about that when you're walking down, taking a nice walk in the evening or down to the store or something. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning than dying from this COVID. Also, another thing that I didn't mention that just came up in my memory. I've been kind of whacked today, so my memory's off a little bit, but Fauci continued he would never admit that once you've had the COVID, your body stores an immune to it. Okay. This is all coming out now. Yes, it does. When you get COVID, your body remembers the agents to fight it. These little soldiers in your body, these stem cells, these cells, they remember how to fight it. So don't let nobody talk you into any different. It's been scientifically proven. And Fauci's been asked on several occasions, which he's lied to. He's lied in front of Congress that there's no evidence that it lasts in your system. Yes, it does. Your body does not forget it. So what we know doesn't last in your system is this jab, this experimental vaccination. When it is not a vaccination, that doesn't last in your system. That's why they keep coming up with these boosters, and we're doing this, we're doing that. No, I don't trust the thing. I'm going to tell you my personal beliefs of it. And I know that talking Tina, she has a different opinion, But I'm going to tell you what my opinion is this thing is a type of weapon. It is a long-term weapon that will cause infertility in women. I believe it. We're already seeing cases that it causes swelling of the heart in young males. It causes blood clots. We're seeing all kinds of stuff, and it's being suppressed. I mean, I'm hearing all the time, you guys. It's daily. The people are dropping from this thing. Healthy person, exercise, ate good, bam, all of a sudden they got this weird thing. And we got a scientist in Florida, guys, that stuck his neck out. A doctor, scientist that stuck his neck out. And he went through every possible test you can ever do on a human being. They put scans, they did all kinds of stuff. Healthy woman, 36 years old, never had a problem. She took the vax. He finally concluded and came out to her and told her it is a direct result of the COVID shot, the vax. And people haven't been doing this because you'll lose your career. You're going to be ousted. You're going to be in a lot of shit. And that's what's been happening because they intimidate people. But he's come out with this and he's sticking to it. And he can show biologically, scientifically, with the study of her stuff, her blood and her tissue samples, that is a direct result of one of the shots. That was the Moderna, I believe. Moderna? Am I saying that right, Tina?
Moderna, yeah.
Moderna, yeah. Now, Tina, on the other hand, she's willing to tell you if she wants about her own personal experience, but she, what do you think about it? You tell me. I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything. I know you have a difference with opinion with me.
Well, and I know we've discussed it before, but the thing that really irks me now that it's been, 6 weeks since I had my last shot, my biggest concern is I still have a mark on my arm.
Right.
That skin, it turned bright red, the skin peeled, and there is still a mark there.
So I know you said you had felt sick after the second shot for a little bit, but you got over that. You seem to be doing
I had COVID.
And that's the thing that blows me away. This is why I grinded her on it, guys. She actually had COVID and still felt threatened by COVID and took the shot. Now, this is months ago when we didn't know the truth, that they're saying that the natural antibodies in your body that learned it would fight it. So I will just say that you weren't aware of that, or you were convinced that it wouldn't.
I think media convinced me that I needed to go get the shot.
That's crazy.
Mainstream media.
And I'm seeing people doing it all over. And a lot of them are ashamed. Here's the big thing, okay? I was married before. Even my ex-wife had told my son that she got the shot. And we go, whoa, dude, it goes against everything me and my kid believe and we've studied about. And she said, well, I had to do it because I needed to travel to Mexico. I wanted to go see relatives. Wow, I don't know if I'd want to take the roll of the dice like that to go see my folks. I might die from that thing, because now major scientists are saying 1 to 5 years, you're a goner. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong, people, but there's a lot we don't know about this thing, this experiment. And what we are learning is not good. The CDC themselves, guys, half of the CDC themselves will not take it. They say it's deadly. That's not good. Half of the CDC. Wow.
I don't know.
And those are people. Those are people that know about the shot.
I did see earlier that one of the VPs from Oracle died.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah. See, we're getting these every day, and the only time the mainstream media might mention anything with it is if it is somebody that was important, or celebrity or anything. But dude, the countless cases. And here's the thing: a lot of these deaths can be, oh well, they had a heart attack. Oh well, they had healthy. This guy was overweight. He had conditions, whatever. I don't think we're getting the real truth. And then remember this, people. Common sense, okay? Common sense rules. With all these COVID cases, there was no cases of flu deaths this year. Flu kills so many people a year. they've almost eradicated the flu. Oh my gosh, wow, it's a miracle. No, these flu cases were made into COVID because we know that doctors, we know that hospitals got compensated huge for the numbers of COVID. So if you had a certain amount of COVIDs, you were funded huge by it through the government. So the state, the government. So this whole thing is coming out. And you know what? It's hard to stop the truth. The truth keeps coming out. And we're finding out more and more every day. That's why we did this show. That's why I wanted to do a whole show talking about this, because it is just, it's pouring. They can't stop it. Fauci's going down. That's my opinion. He's going down. So Tina, I hope that you don't have any illnesses from it. I know you had said in the past that you have immune efficiency issues, and that's why you took it. And from what I'm hearing, and I hope I'm wrong, this thing does go after your immune system. It runs out of the virus. It doesn't have anything to attack. It starts attacking you. They're saying it even eats part of your brain. It'll eat areas in your brain and around your heart. I hope I'm wrong. I
guess time will tell.
Time will tell. I know we're all going to die of something, but I plan on living more than 5 years. I'm not going to purposely take the shot. Plus, you're my guinea pig now. You're the canary in the coal mine. That's horrible to say. I'm sorry, Tina. But
should I make you my beneficiary now?
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Like one of those airplanes, I remember the first time I ever flew, my buddy dropped me off at the airport and he goes, "Hey man, can you put my name on this insurance thing?" And I go, "What are you talking about?" They used to have them in machines. You go up to a machine and you get insurance on the flight. I don't know if they do that anymore. I don't fly anymore, but I go, "What are you talking about, dude?" And he goes, "Well, if you die in this plane crash, it's like 100 to 1 or something. He gains like $100,000. I go, "What? Get the hell out of here, man. We're not playing crap and roulette in Vegas with my life." I don't like flying. It scares the shit out of me, but I know people do it. But
I can't wait to fly again.
I mean, it's almost like this vaccination to me. I'm not willing to take the gamble on that. I've already gambled enough with my life, but you guys, I love you guys. I didn't want to do a long show. We've been on here an hour. I love it. I just want to get some information. Now, later on, you're going to see some things come out, and I'll mark them clearly so you guys understand. These are things that we can fight the school boards with to help our children. And that's what we want to do, is help the children. I can't imagine wearing that mask. So look forward. I will be doing some posts on California Patriots Resistance, which is called SMD. We had to call it that, you guys. Originally it was called California Patriots Resistance. Facebook got all over me. They don't like the word resistance. They don't like the word patriot. And with some tricks, I made it SMD. And maybe someday we'll talk about what that means, but it's pretty cool. Tina now knows our little secret. She watched the movie. She figured it out. It's a club, a kind of a thing that we've had for years with each other, with some good people. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Sunday night. It's a busy night. Relax and eat some good food. So we don't want to take up your night. Anything else? Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you next Sunday.
Yeah, we love it. We're going to try to give you guys as much intel as we can through the week to keep going. And we'll let you more know on these cases where people are fighting the school board. I love it. Please give us a thumbs up. I know some people might not want a thumbs up. Either, I guess, maybe you don't like it, or you just don't want to be shown that you agree with me, or I don't know. But thumbs up do help us on YouTube and Facebook. I mean, it's sad. I watched a guy pull out a pair of shoes the other day and was showing a video of his shoes. Look at this, and he was cleaning up. Dude had like 12 thumbs up on it. And I looked at my show and I had like 4 thumbs up. I go, dude, really? Come on. I mean, I know I'm not.
People need to know that it's all about sharing opinions.
I try to put out a decent opinion, I think, of the average working guy and people that are concerned about our children and things that are going on. And we're going to do some more shows about children, because this border situation here by me is horrendous with children. We're going to get into that too. Thanks, you guys. I'd appreciate a thumbs up if you can. And we will see you next Sunday. You guys have a good week. We appreciate you. And have a good one. Enjoy your evening.